Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new short movie. The name of the short movie is What If Naruto Was Bruce Wayne's Reincarnation. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted movie as well as my own idea. So make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. I know I've not been making your ideas most of the time, but it's because I don't know why, but I'm having a lot of my own ideas these times around, and these things rarely happen to me nowadays, so that is why I try to cover up as much as my ideas as I can. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Roll the intro. Our story begins on Injustice Earth with a man known as the Dark Knight, as he was currently wounded and panting heavily as he was standing on his feet by some mere fate or will he did not know. But he was facing literal gods, and he was the only one that was standing against them, as half of his mask was broken and his face would be seen, which was covered in blood, as in front of him landed a man with blue suit and red cape, an S emblem displayed on his chest, which was a sign of hope at one time, but now this was a sign of tyrant and fear everywhere. "Stop this, Bruce. For how long should we have to fight? I do not wish to fight you anymore. More than anything, if I want you to be by my side and terrorize these people, I'd rather die, Clark. You are a sign and symbol of hope. Enough about this, Bruce. I have been listening to this speech again and again and again whenever we clash or cross paths. It is inevitable, and you cannot change me. I have made up my mind, and so have Diana. And many of our friends were forced to see the reality of this world. Forced to see? You brainwashed them when you connected yourself to the Brainiac, and I was barely able to escape, which you shouldn't have. I was happy that I had gained my brother back. No, not like this. I was never your brother. I was forced to side with you. And I will do that again, even if I have to break every bone in your body, Bruce. Luckily, this time enough, thanks to Lex being on my side, I'll bite against his will. We are able to do that. No, this time I end this. What do you mean? As Bruce went to his utility belt and in an instant pressed a button, knowing that Superman will be quick, as Superman appeared in front of him, grabbing him by the neck. What did you do, Bruce? What did you do? As huge amount of explosions occurred, as Batman then said, "This," as his bat emblem fell and a huge kryptonite in the shape of Batman appeared. What? As Batman felt weak, as from another utility pocket he brought out a pill. It was the Super Genesis pill that Lex created back in the past a few years ago. As Bruce took it in and regained the strength of Superman himself and beat the crap out of him once more, to the point this time he picked him up and kneed his back, breaking his back once and for all. That's what you call repayment. As that is when he was attacked by a wounded Damian Wayne. "Enough of this, father. For how long are you going to stand in the way of Regine? Stop this madness." "You're not my son. Stop this. I don't wish to fight you. I knew what I did and it was an accident." "That was not an accident. You know that, I know that. And you are dead to me." As Bruce then did the most cruelest thing that he could, as he grabbed his son and broke his neck with a neck choke. As Wonder Woman then said, landing next to him, "Bravo, Bruce. You did the very same thing that we were trying to stop. You became the very man that you were trying not to be. For what? To kill your own legacy? That is why I hate the man's world." As Bruce's eyes were red now, as with lost bit of his willpower, his laser beams filled eyes shot towards Diana, cleaving her head off, and everything was destroyed. Those heroes he saw coming towards him, as his willpower was giving out. "Bruce," said Cyborg, who was finally freed from the curse. I'm sorry. I was not. I know. Just take care of everything and everyone. They won't hurt anyone again." "We know," said Barry Allen, who was also freed. "We know." As Bruce lost his consciousness, and his eyes was closed now to the darkness to engulf him. But suddenly, next moment, he woke those eyes again. What? I thought I was dead. Where is this? As Bruce saw, in front of him was something that he could have not seen. It was a huge fox with 9 tails and humans. Literal humans in front of his eyes, using chakra, and they were speaking Japanese. That's something he could understand. The 9 tail is attacking. We must evacuate. 9 tails. What sort of creature is that? It wasn't it supposed to be just a mythological creature? What is going on here? As suddenly he saw a blond man placing him in front of something and begin to work on his belly. What is he doing? As after that, he saw a man shedding tear. I'm sorry, Naruto, but this is the only way that I can protect this village, by making you the jinchuriki. A human sacrifice? But for what? Is he going to sacrifice his own son? Said Bruce, as he was so enraged with this man. But then he saw that the Biju then looked towards them. Oh no. As Naruto or Bruce tried his best to direct the man towards the Biju that was oncoming, until a red-headed woman jumped in between them and took the piercing of his nail, which was quite sharp. As the baby didn't cry, instead his eyes were open wide. Not again. No. Were the words of Bruce, as he did not knew why, but he knew something bad has happened, particularly to his parents, and he was going to regret it later on. As what happened next was, chains erupted from the woman back, as she looked at the kid and began to talk, like in the main canon. And after the speech was finished, both of them were dead, after telling an old man, whose name was Hiruzen Sarutobi, that his name was Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, and he was their son. He was their legacy, and to protect him. So this is my name, Naruto, huh? As the old man vowed to protect their child, as he picked the said child up, and after some time Bruce witnessed that everyone was quite devastated. It's like the war all over again. Bruce was having flashbacks of fighting his own comrades, and many of his friends dying out. No, that was in the past. If what I think is going on here is, I haven't given a second chance. I can make things right here, but I need to know and understand what this world is, or where is this even. As after that, we see that the council was displayed, as they were all barking at each other like dogs. Some saying that the kid should be executed, some demanding the kid to be handed over to them to be treated as a weapon, and some trying to protect and preserve the legacy of the Yondaime, as they were told to do so. And amongst them was Hiruzen as well. As in the end, Naruto or Bruce was able to decipher that, who are his allies and who are his enemies. And he knew how to break his enemies, but he was a powerless infant right now, and he needed protection. And that is what Hiruzen gave him. He was placed into the Anbu chambers, alongside with an Anbu named Kakashi, who took his charge. As 7 years passed after that, Naruto acted like a 7-year-old kid. But deep down, he was coming to a conclusion after writing many things down in the book, because his memories were merging with his previous life ones. Okay, so this is an previous era like world, where the technology isn't that much advanced. Good. So I can build some things, but I need to work hard for that. As not only that, he had to learn how to craft as well, and after many trials and errors, he was able to build his first computer, just like bad computer. And this time around, he knew the ins and outs of it, and he was able to keep track of everything. You see, something about this world was quite advanced, and that was seals, and these people used them as only weaponry system once, but they did not even try to decipher or use it for any other means, which Naruto or Bruce was able to made them of, such as communication seals, and not only that, tracking seals and a map seal which could display every shinobi of Konoha that was registered into the library, and display those who were also from our other side and outside of the village. And that is when he saw many of the red marks and dots on the map, indicating that they were from outside of the village and were hostiles. He did not knew what he did, but he has modified some seals so far that they could even tell that much. So, bearing that in mind, he knew that his body was strong, and he knew that he had the practice and training of his past, as well as the experience. So, wearing on some clothes as well as covering his identity, he went out in the night. As he was dashing and running, which was more advanced level than a Jonin because of his experience. And after finally arriving there, he saw that they were spies from the village who have gathered there. You see, other 4 villages have sent out spies, and they have just tracked down each other there and were going to kill the other one. Until Naruto landed and beat the crap out of them. Until one of them asked, "Who are you?" "I am Batman. I am vengeance," he said, as with a single fist to his face, the guy was knocked out and tied. Until a letter was left for them. Spies from different villages, alongside the evidence as the Dark Knight escaped into the darkness. And after that, many of such things begin to occur. Then a woman was saved after a few months, and so on. These incidents begin to occur, and people came to a conclusion that some sort of vigilante was helping them. A rogue shinobi, maybe, or something that they did not know. Some called it the Dark Spirit, some called it the Knight of the Dark. But the perfect name that was given to him by the elders were the Dark Knight. As currently the meeting was being held after 2 more years of this Dark Knight appearing into their village. His turf, as the people called him. "So, is that all?" said Hiruzen, as the meeting has finally come to an end. "Actually, there is one more thing," said Danzo Shimura. "And what might that be, Danzo?" "The Dark Knight. We need to take care of them. What is their true motive? They are just roaming around freely in our village, Hiruzen. That is something we cannot allow." That is correct. But Dark Knight-sama has only saved us and done nothing more. He even protected me," said Mebuki Haruno. "I see, so you have an encounter with him." "Yes, and I apologize, but I could not see him barely because of the darkness, and he escaped." "I see. So, anyone has any suggestions how can we track him down?" "No, not that we think of." As after that, all of them left, because Hiruzen then buried their hatch and told them that leave. He will come up with something. Until after everyone was gone and the lights were off in his office, a figure jumped down. As Hiruzen closed his eyes, looking at the village and opened it. "So you're back again, Naruto, with your patrol done?" "Yes. 2 more crooks found, Gigi, and they have been located down on the east gate. That gate was for emergency use." "How did they know about that?" "It seems that from within our council, someone has been leaking out the information." "What were their motives?" "They were going to impersonate as a delegate from Kumo in hopes of peace, and their true motive was to get a Hyuga, more specifically Hyuga heiress, Hinata Hyuga." "I see. That is quite sharpening." "And you caught them?" "Yes, and I have evidence here." "Good. With this much, we can demand Eva for an answer." "But, Naruto, there's something else that I need to know." "What is it, Gigi?" "The people want to know who their savior is. They hate Naruto Uzumaki, but they love my counterpart. So let them think and let's leave it to their imagination." "But Naruto, this secret of yours has to come to light." "That day will come, Gigi, I know. But when that day comes, the Dark Knight dies." "You couldn't mean..." As Hiruzen turned, only to find that the room was empty. "How does he do that? I have years and years of experience, and yet still, I can't believe that I cannot sense him arriving and leaving." As now we go towards the Anbu's headquarters, an abandoned room, right next to the Dragon Anbu commander, as the Dragon Anbu commander was none other than, surprisingly, Anko Mitarashi, as she was also working in a disguise in front of people as the Snake Mistress, but her true identity was the Dragon Anbu commander, as she was waiting for Naruto in his apartment. "So where have you been, little Naruto?" as she called him, as Naruto, after leaving his mask there, sighed. "I was out patrolling." "Geez, leave something for us to do. Our Anbu's forces are getting way too much rusty. They need to take care of the external affairs. As for the internal, I'll be the lone one forced to deal with them. You're gonna start an academy soon, Naruto. What do you think will happen? This patrol of yours will come to an end." "No, they won't. I will send a clone there." "But normal clones are just an impersonation. Just an image. Nothing more, nothing else." "Shadow clones. Those techniques are dangerous, kid. said Anko with all seriousness. Do you think you can handle that? Geez, Nissan, I can, and I will. You'll see, as Naruto began to restock all of his utility belt tools. As he then turned back towards Anko. Why are you even here? I am here because of a mission. A mission that is outside of the village. Finally, you're giving me missions now? Yes, you're 7, and you have been doing this for how long? 4 years now? Yes, that much to be exact. I see. So you'll be able to take care of this. It's an easy mission. Kill and arrive back. You know that I don't kill. He's a rapist. He has raped many of the women. Okay, consider this job done. You see, even Bruce was against killing, but he knew in this world it was either kill or be killed. And not only that, it was the shinobi world where chakra system worked and the powerful ruled. And he was amongst them, trying to preserve peace. But he knew in the end he has crossed that line. The line he was not afraid to cross any longer. So he was okay with killing this much. Only the worst of the worst comes, and this was one included. He did not want the same events to happen again, because he learned from his mistakes. He did not want anyone to become Superman of this world, and rule it with iron fist, and him to only stop him again. As on that day, in the night time, Naruto Uzumaki departed on this mission to hunt down, of tracking down this camp which was on the north side, and to demolish it completely, alongside the rapist, including their leader. As Naruto left, Itachi was, pursued by Danzo and the elders with a mission as well. As we see that, 2 weeks later Naruto was covered in blood. As he looked down in his hands and closed his eyes only for the after images of all those people he has killed to arrive. I can't believe. Years of experience, and I still can't get over this. It will get easy with time. Or do you think it will? Said a voice. As Naruto's eyes narrowed, what do you want, Fox? Ah, so you're not so dumb, Bruce Wayne. You know me? Said Bruce, as Naruto's eyes widened. Of course I know. Get to a safe place. I need to contact you and talk to you. How? You can say whatever you want here. In front of face to face. Just meditate and try to enter your inner peace. I'll be waiting there. Good luck, Bruce. And don't keep me waiting. As after that we see Bruce Wayne arrive at a tree branch which was quite high and quite secluded as well away from the camp, as he went into a meditative state as he was in front of the Kyuubi no Yoko. What do you want, Fox? Ah, so you really are not from this world. What do you mean? How do you know this? How do you know my memories? Said Bruce as his intimidating gaze fell upon the huge fox, which chuckled. Do you think I will be fazed by that famous glare of yours, Batman? To be honest, that name is quite funny. And I'm quite surprised that even your own people respected you. But in the end, as human's nature is, they betrayed you. They did not betray me. I was the one who was weak enough to not kill at the time. And yet in the end you did, and broke your oath. And not only that, you broke the very code that Batman followed. Batman is dead, and so is Bruce Wayne. I am Naruto Uzumaki, but the soul of Bruce Wayne still remains. Lingering to you is reincarnation. As Bruce Wayne then saw himself in the water. What? How is this possible? Your reparation remains, kid. That is how it is possible. You were the one who was revived here. The kid was born dead. I knew that much, at least. So what do you want from me then, Fox? What I want is peace, and so do you. And we both know that it can only be achieved by working together. How so? You see, my other siblings, the Bijus and the Jinchurikis, as you would have imagined and guessed and experienced, like yourself, are not living quite good life, except for Kumo, because they treat their Jinchurikis well and with respect. So what do you want from me? Save them? Yes, that is what I want from you. And let's just not forget, they are, or they might be younger than you. As Naruto's eyes widen, where can I go? You're on a mission right now, which will give you enough time. There are a lot of outside and far away, and that is why you might need my help. How can I know for sure that I trust you? you may place a seal on me. Only you can use. I'm giving you that much liberty. As Naruto not taking any chances, only for precautionary measures placed a seal. Your habit of, well, always having a plan B did not go away. It is not that it's a bad habit. It's a good one. You should try it sometimes. Oh, believe me, I will. But go ahead with your seal. As after Naruto placed the seal, he opened the main one until he saw the visage of both of his parents arrive. Naruto? What are you? I'm sorry, but I had to do this. I have to save the other jinchurikis as well. I am on a mission. We saw what you did, son. You don't mind that I am a... We don't mind, Bruce, son. You are, as QB-san said, an apparition of him, connected to our son's soul. If it weren't for you, our son being the weak one, he would have died out. But thank you. Because of your soul and your persona, he was able to live. And don't worry, he still exists within you. Meaning, you are our son in this life. I see. So, please, can you, as Naruto then witnessed himself arriving, as Bruce stepped back from his apparition, as Naruto was wondering, how can this be? I thought that I was... No, Naruto. It really was you. You are just heavily impersonated by Bruce, that is all. And we always will love you and respect your decisions and will be proud of you no matter what you do. As Naruto shed tears because of him feeling peace for the first time since the day his parents died. He was always on a pedestal because people sometimes have put a lot of faith in him, said that he will be the legacy of his parents, albeit him not knowing in their perspective, and some of them wanted him to be a perfect weapon, and for him to make a mistake, for them to make fun of him and to point fingers at him, which he has to do a lot in his life of 7 years, and yet he was relaxed and, well, quite light-hearted at that moment. I feel at peace. Thank you. As Naruto hugged them back, only for them to disappear. Where did they go? Naruto said as he came out of his shock, as he looked towards Kyuubi. It was not my trick. They placed their soul's part as a chakra imprintment in the seal. And that is why they arrived. I see. So, it's going to be a long mission. Are you willing to take this one? Yes. As after that we see Naruto going, after wearing his blank mask, towards that place. As he stopped before arriving there. You should change, said a voice. Bruce? Yes. Because of your parents, I and you are now a different consciousness. But if you want me to take over, kid, I can for you. You can. You have been in control most of the time, but I don't mind enjoying a few times a bit. Okay, kid. I promise I'll give you back the control. As Bruce's eyes opened, in Naruto's eyes now. Well, time to suit up. As now Batman has arrived again. As he then disappeared at blinding speeds, as finally he arrived at the place where he knew one of the Jinchuriki was, because he could sense it, because of his heightened senses, because of Kyuubi's chakra. It was the Seven-Tails Biju, Chame, the Seven-Tails Beetle, and its Jinchuriki, who was being currently unconscious and was about to be raped. Naruto, more like Bruce, blood ran cold, and a huge amount of rage was unleashed, and next thing he saw was nothing more than red. After that, Naruto took over as Bruce needed some rest. As Naruto then saw what the massacre has happened. Bruce, are you? I'm fine, kid. Just take care of her, okay? Are you sure? Said Kyuubi. Yeah. You don't look so good, Bruce. I know that you have been a man of morale, but you killing... I know it is not still. I know. It is still against my will. As he saw his hand shaking after taking a life. I always beated them and put them in prison, hoping that they will be able to recover. But I know the horrors of what has happened. It changed. They changed good people to one who became the tyrants and evil. And I don't want the same thing to happen again, because I'm not strong enough to fight them all over again all by myself this time. And I certainly don't want anyone to be sacrificed fighting against them. But unknown to all of this conversation, we go towards Konoha, where we see Sasuke Uchiha, as his eyes, which were dark, looking at many funerals that were happening at one time. A grand one. His whole clan has been massacred by his own brother, leaving him alone there. As it was raining heavily that day as well. As Hiruzen Saradobi approached the kid, "It's going to be alright, Sasuke-kun. We're here for you." "Here for me? For what?" Sasuke then began to laugh. As his laughter began and turned into a maniacal one. This was the biggest joke my Nissan played on me. As that is when most of the shinobis realized the kid was not okay in the head and he was placed in a mental asylum, only for him to unlock his Sharingan. 1 tomo, 2 tomos, 3 tomos, morphing into a new pattern. Amaterus. He said as huge flames occurred, everything burned in his path as he finally escaped in a straitjacket. And that is the scene that Naruto arrived to. Naruto's eyes widened as he saw the village in flames, and a person in front of him, standing in straitjacket. "Who are you? Why do you look familiar?" As something inside of him spoke then, as his eyes then turned green for a bit. "Bruce?" As Bruce then said, "No! Anyone but him! Why him? Do you... Wait, is he? God, please not him!" Yelled out Bruce. "Kid, you have to believe me. Let me take over. I have weapons of my own, Bruce. Our chase is still going to begin and continue." As suddenly a Susanoo was formed. "Kid, you have to!" As Kurama forcefully pulled Naruto in as Bruce took over, as huge amount of golden energy was released from Naruto. The theme of yellow doesn't suit you, Bruce. Why are you still wearing your suit underneath?" As Naruto was then shown without his mask but wearing complete batsuit. "Enough, Joker. Why are you back? How are you back?" "You see, my soul was wandering, and I found myself here, locked away, waiting for the right moment to arrive, which is now. Aren't you happy to see me, Brucey, old boy? I am finally back to torment you some more and cause a lot of damage and havoc here. That is something I won't allow, because I've changed you." "Kid, you gotta use this," said Kurama as a huge Bijudama was fired, as the Susanoo blocked it but it cracked. You got a lot of upgrades too, Bruce. I gotta give you that. But so do I. Amaterus. As Joker yelled out, his Sharingan turning green hue for a bit, as huge amount of black flames lunged towards huge cubified figure, only for it to be burnt down, but not harming Bruce at all. He will pay for this, as the Joker was able to escape because of his ultimate power and defense of Sharingan, as Bruce was left panting there. Damn it. I can't believe he's back. I'm sorry, Naruto, but you gotta have to stay in put, because I gotta deal with this maniac once and for all. As Naruto was about to dash until he was stopped by Hiruzen. "Naruto, wait. What is going on here? You called him Joker. Do you? Not time to explain right now. Gigi, I have to go after him. Only I can stop him." As Bruce then wore the mask on Naruto's face. Batman can stop him. As after that, Hiruzen realized who was that guy. It was the same guy that Naruto had a lot of dreams about when he was a kid. He would usually yell out Joker and some stuff that he couldn't understand, such as Superman, Wonder Woman, indicating one of his nightmares has come true. So the others will as well. There was a high chance. As now we go towards Ino, as she was sitting in front of her whole family being destroyed as well. As she then felt rage. Rage towards Joker. All criminal scum should die. Every one of them should die. You want strength? You will have it. Be the warrior. Like me, the princess of Amazon. As she then began to flew into the air as she disappeared in sound-breaking speed as she was tracing down until she saw a familiar face. Landing in front of him, she stopped. Bruce Wayne. Who would have thought that she would be here as well? Diana? Is that... Yes, it is me. And I still remember what you did that day. It was because of you that war happened. That we... So what? You see this? This world needs repairing as well. Only if Kal-El was here. Kal-El is dead. He was a lost cause because of you. Or am I now? Set up voice as it landed in front of Naruto and Ino, who smirked. It was none other than Neji Yuga, whose eyes was glowing. What have you done? As the head and some skulls dropped, I just cleansed those pathetic existence of humans who think they could control and manipulate me. Hyuga clan? You killed all of them? Yes, they don't need to exist, and any more turns don't need to be formed. What is this, some sick sort of reunion? You can say that it is fate that we are here, and this is why where we are going to finish our deeds. You are going down, Bruce, once and for all. I stopped you once. I can do this again. I'm not that weak. And you're nothing more than a mortal here. Oh, is that true right now? As, with all Kisium extent, Bruce was about to dash until he felt huge amount of pain. What is this? I seems your chakra is running low, Bruce. What are you gonna do now? Naruto, my chakra is low, but yours not. You can, as Naruto took over. Okay, Bruce, you rest. I'll take care of this one. You're Naruto. You're Naruto kid, right? Bring him out. He needs to die. Well, yeah, if you do that, I kind of die as well. So be it then. As Bruce, or as well as everyone witnessed that, Superman or Neji flew in front of Naruto and grabbed him by the neck. As Naruto was in deep pain. I'm sorry, kid, but this is for the sake of this world. You are the one of many sacrifices that needs to be made. Who is it now? As Naruto placed a seal on his stomach, as he made a single hand seal. Kal-El, watch out! Chakra absorption. As chakra began to leave the body of Neji as he fell to the ground. As Naruto then placed some seals on it. Soul restriction seals. As Naruto then placed the same seals on Ino. What are you going to do? Are you going to? No, I'm gonna make something sure that you never are revived again. Hakai Fuyin. As the Shinigami appeared. As Naruto said, taking their souls. Take their souls to the deep pit of hell in exchange for the other one. What? Are you going to sacrifice your friends for this? We never were friends. Not after what you two did in the previous world. No. No! We can't die like this. Not again. You will. And leave the kids' souls here. What will you give? I'll give myself. I, Bruce Wayne, will give myself. Why? Why would you do that, Bruce? Joker is still out there. You have to deal with him, Naruto. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. My knowledge, everything I leave behind to you. You are the only legacy that will carry it on. And I know you won't disappoint me, kid. As after that, we see that Bruce's soul was taken away, ripped out of Naruto's body as Naruto fell to the ground. And he was found by a white-haired man, who brought him back, after witnessing everything, as well as the two other dead kids. As Neji was buried as well alongside the rest of the Yugas, and so was Ino, alongside the rest of the Yamanakas. In a single day, 3 of the major clans were lost by Konoha's side. The Yamanakas, the Uchihas, and the Hyugas as well. Their Jujutsu clans were now nothing more than 0. Only some other clans left. And Naruto woke up. Naruto, my boy. Why did you kill the last 2 of the clansmen? I'm sorry, Gigi. There is something that I need to tell you. I believe you all need to know. As Naruto sensed as many of the people arrived out of the shadows, it was the council. What? As Naruto began to tell them the tale of what has happened so far, and what were those people. So that is why Bruce sacrificed himself, alongside with them. Their souls were already killed by those 2. And that is why I knew he made the right choice. I'm sorry for what has happened and transpired, but it was needed to do. Those 2 cannot be allowed to revive back at any cost. They will cause havoc and burn this world to the ground. I have seen through his memories the horror city. I have seen nothing more than death and destruction and rebels everywhere. And trust me, you don't want any of that. But you said that the Joker is escaped. That is my biggest fear. Joker has the Sharingan now. And him having Sharingan is something much worse than anything. We have to stop him at all cost. But where is he? We don't even know, said Danzo. I sensed something behind this, Danzo. It was you, wasn't it? I was gone. Uncle Nason. As Uncle arrived there. What? What do you want from me, Brad? Drop the act, please. Fine. What do you want? Uncle said, getting serious. Was it him? I know you investigated, and I have been finding clues. It was the elder, Sokage-sama. I have 50% of the truth and proof as well. 50%, you say? Nothing will be accepted here until it is 100% authentic and proved. And unfortunately, Inuichi-san is disposed of, so there's nothing we can do. There is something, as Naruto then said, as he clasped his hands together. Chidori. As two Chidoris were formed in his hands as he stabbed straight through Koharu and Homura, both of them on the ground, as Naruto turned towards Danzo, and in an instant slashing his arms away. As his bandaged arm was picked up and unveiled, only to see multiple Sharingan eyes. As everyone was disgusted, you wanted this dojutsu, right? As Naruto unleashed huge flame jutsu, burning it to a crisp. You know what you have done? You have sacrificed the Uchiha legacy. So what? I did what I did. And I know just the person I need to find for this job. Who, Naruto? Itachi Uchiha. Because he's the one who started this. And he's the only one who can finish this. And hope to bring out Sasuke from within. As now we see that Itachi Uchiha has heard the news of what has transpired. It seems your brother has caused a lot of havoc, said Kisame Hoshigaki, his fish-like assistants. I know. And we will cross paths again, I believe. And when that happens, I will prove to my foolish little brother why he did what he did was wrong. As Naruto at the time arrived in front of him. So this is where you have been, Itachi Uchiha. So you have tracked me down, Naruto-kun. Or should I say the Dark Knight? Wait, so Dark Knight was real? Yes, and he is one of our targets as well. Let's cut to the chase, Itachi. I need your help. Why would you need my help? Sasuke is not Sasuke anymore. He is something much more worse. As Itachi's eyebrow rose, as he then activated his genjutsu. What do you mean, Naruto-kun? What do you mean he's worse? This is your genjutsu, huh? I can't believe it. You were able to detect it. Regardless, what else do you want? I need you to kill him. Why would I do that? Because he is the cause of the destruction. And not only that, he is now being possessed by a ghost that shouldn't be even allowed to exist, a monster. I'm willing to sacrifice myself to kill that monster, Itachi, and I need your help to do that. Who is this monster? As Naruto showed him his memories, as Itachi's eyes widened. My God, such death and destruction caused by this man, which led to this. This man cannot be allowed to revive even in my own brother's body. Even if I have to kill him, I will. Itachi said, I'm sorry, Itachi, but this is the only way. I know, Naruto. As he then came out of the genjutsu, as that is when out of the shadows walked out a figure who was smiling. Well, well, well. If it isn't my Nissan. Get it? Nissan? I forgot my key to that. As they all looked at him with raised eyebrow. Huh. Oh, brother, this generation just didn't get my jokes and puns. Now, for that you will have to die. As Naruto then jumped and helped Itachi dodge the said projectile that was there, which later turned into a huge explosive. As Itachi was shocked and so was Kisame. Joker, leave the kid's body alone. First you do, Bruce. You're not Bruce. Where is he? I don't want to play with you, pathetic humans. Where is Bruce? He is dead. Bullshit. I came here because of his soul and now I can sense it. He has left your body. Where is he? What did you do to him? As I said, he sacrificed himself to... Enough of this bullshit. What is the meaning of this? It's no fun. Unless there's nobody here to stop me. As Joker began to laugh now. He's insane, said Kisame. We have to deal with him. as that is when the whole Akatsuki jumped down. That is something so cursed that I ever saw. Oh, this will be fun, as many of the sociopathic people arrived there, and they amongst them was Kage of Iwagakure as well as Sunagakure. You manipulated the Kages? Yes, and Orochimaru jumped in front of them as well, as his eyes glowed green. You pathetic monster! As a huge battle broke out, and in the end, those who were possessed were broken out, as Joker was now cornered. As Itachi then said, Amaterus, as he was being burned, but Itachi then appeared in front of him again. Do you think you'll be able to escape from this? Joker, who are you? I am your worst nightmare. As Bruce appeared from all of the sides, and every one of his victims in this world, I'll be the one who'll be the judge, and I'll torture you. No, I'll let your victims torture you. As all of the victims of his begin to torture him one by one. Even Harley Quinn was amongst them, and so was Batman, as he was in deep immense pain. And this continued on until he began to laugh some more. What? Do you think I feel pain? I am enjoying this. You cannot defeat me. And you cannot break me, because I'm already broken. As Joker began to laugh again. As Naruto then burned him down, using his Bijidama. As Joker was no more. As he then said, okay. As he was taught by Itachi and knocked out as well, as Itachi then began, okay, Fuyin. Seal his soul and Joker's soul alongside mine, Shinigami-sama. As the soul was taken, as Sasuke fell down to the ground. As Naruto was taken then by Akatsuki because to continue on their plan. As Naruto then heard something while his eyes were closed. It was Zetsu. As he looked at everywhere to see that everyone was not present and he was the only one there, alone. Mother, everything is going as planned. The Nine-Tail is captured. Soon you will be here amongst us. And these foolish idiots think that they are going to bring peace. And the only peace they are going to bring is the pieces of this world. I cannot wait for you to arrive and cause destruction and havoc. As after that, Naruto saw him leave. And he saw that Pain arrived there, as well as Moss person. What do you think, Madara? What should we do now? As Naruto then said, Madara Uchiha, huh? So you're awake, Naruto Uzumaki. The only reason you're still alive and breathing is because we are trying to find the girl that you saved and left in Konoha, Fu, the three tails. The one tail jinchuriki is already finished being processed, and the second tails as well. Listen to me. Look through into my memories and see if I'm lying. But that's who's going to betray you. Bullshit. You are the Rinnegan user. Go ahead. As the Rinnegan user used his live jutsu to not kill the kid and see the memories. I cannot believe this. We need to question Zetsu. You're serious? Is he? As Pain nodded, looking towards Madara. As Madara then clenched his fist. As Zetsu arrived and the questioning began, only to his soul to be ripped out by Madara himself. All of this was for naught? Fine then. I'll become a god and save this world. The power of the god is still needed. As Pain nodded. You're still going to continue with this plan, murdering them all. And guess what? We found her. Fu has been found as well. As Naruto, using all bit of his powers, then freed himself because of his technique as well as Takada Jutsu, which was keeping them busy, and all hell broke loose when he was fighting them. And something similar and akin to Bruce, he was standing as well, beaten and bruised in his broken armor, which was made by Bruce as well. In front of him was Akatsuki members that were standing still, all covered in gashes, as he panted heavily. Behind him was knocked out some of the jinchurikis whose soul has been ripped out, Biju's soul at least, and those who have been brought in as well. I gotta admit, you have been quite a tough opponent, Naruto Uzumaki. But this is where you fall. We'll wait, we always can. But we still have the 8 tails. Biju's right here. You forgot something, Naruto said. I am the Dark Knight. I am the vengeance. And I came prepared to bring vengeance upon you, as well as justice. As from his utility belt he brought out something. As he clicked the button and threw at them, What is this? You missed. Did I now? As an explosion happened, causing most of them to burn down, as Naruto fell down to the ground panting heavily. Damn it. Kurama, I'm sorry kid. I'm all out of chakra too. Damn it. I can't believe it ends like this. And that is when Naruto lost consciousness, only to see he woke up again. And this time he was in hospital, as his armor was in a glass case next to him which was broken. And he was bandaged up a lot. Where is this? You're back home, Naruto-kun. Luckily, Akatsuki was captured by the help of the other villages, because I alerted them after you left for your hunt of Joker. I needed to alert them and found out that Oniki as well as Rasa has been taken under by them. And soon after, the new Kage they elected was as well, Gaara no Sabuku, who is dead as well. And now, his sister Tamari has taken the place as the new Kazekage, and his brother B has taken the place as the new Raikage. The Kuratsuchi has taken her grandfather's place. So all the Kages have changed, Didi. Yes, Naruto. And they want peace. They want peace because if something like this happens again, more reincarnations happen. They want to be prepared to hunt that reincarnated down. Because a lot of high-profile people have died because of Joker's reincarnation. You don't need to worry about that, Didi. Itachi made sure that that rotten bastard is burning in hell. And my old friend is waiting for him there. Bruce? Yes. I see. Well, Naruto, all I can say is now, you should rest. No, Didi, I can't. You have many broken bones. What do you want to do right now? I have a backup suit. Dark Knight never rests. But that was, I thought, Bruce persona. Bruce was my sensei. I still was Naruto and still am Naruto and will be. The Dark Knight of Konohagakure no Sato. As Naruto got out of his bed, stretching his arm and locating his bones, popping them into their places, he went to grab his suit and wore his mask, and went out in the night on top of the Hokage monument as the Dark Knight who never sleeps in the night and protects the village from the shadows. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off. Peace!